Hello everybody, this is Gretchen Hidell and I am live tonight here on Monday night is our Monday night date that we have broadcasting about this week in astrology, Monday, April 5th, all the way through until April 11th. So welcome if you are just joining me live. Sorry I was a few minutes behind. Whether you're watching this live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, or the pre-recorded version on one of those two platforms and YouTube, I also cross-post that. Welcome, welcome. I am very excited that you're all joining me live tonight. We have lots to go over in astrology, and I'd love for you guys to go ahead and post your astrological sign and also where are you tuning in from, because it's exciting. We have so many people across the country. Hey, Lindsay, welcome. Aquarius in Vermont. Peace, brother light, peace, love, and happiness there. I love that. So welcome. Let's see. Monica, hello. Montpelier, okay, welcome. Brian, hello in California. Leo, welcome. I love that. Maggie, welcome. Virgo, she's a Virgo. Wendy Martin, nice to see you again in Aquarius in Vermont. We have two Aquariuses in Vermont watching tonight. I love that. KLVT in Gemini in Vermont, KT Wombley, Sagittarius in Vermont. So welcome. I love that. Courtney, yes, Vermont also. Taurus Sun, Moon, and Sag rising. You guys are overachiever astrologers for sure. I love that you're all studying this. Andrea, hello. Sarah, welcome. Aries and Aquarius. Also, we got 3 Aquariuses from Vermont here, or even more, actually 4. There's a lot of Aquariuses from Vermont on tonight. So welcome everybody who's joining me live. So I am just going to jump right in. So it is Monday, April 5th. And the week actually, believe it or not, this week is going to start out a little slow, okay? And I love it. Go ahead, like and share, like and share, like and share. And also make sure that you post, if you have a friend that might benefit from this, so you can tag them in the comments and they'll see it. So welcome. Okay, so this week starts out a little bit slow. I don't usually say that on my broadcast, as you know. So I'm excited about that. I feel like we need slow, because if you remember last week, I was talking a lot about how Saturn and Pluto were going to be very, very active, even though they were going to be active in a positive way with sextiles. And if you guys haven't had a chance to see that last week's video, I'll just do a quick recap before we move on to this week. But we had the Saturn was very active, and then we had Pluto was very active in the form of sextiles, and sextiles in astrology are considered to be good and positive and all that. But you remember what I always say, you got to look at the players involved. So Venus and Mercury were involved with highlighting both of them, which again is wonderful, except for Saturn's not, and Pluto definitely can be rough. And so if you go back to my video last week, when I got to around 22 minutes, okay, in that video from last week, I talked about Thursday going into Friday, how there was going to be a Pluto thing, and how possibly there could be this like crazy random act of violence. And unfortunately, we had that person that decided to run over a police officer at the Capitol on that day. And so I talked about how that type of planetary alignment is conducive, unfortunately, to having those random acts of violence and things like that. So it takes one person to create chaos, is what I said in the video at 22 minutes last week. We talked about that. And so, you know, it's like, why did these things have to happen? But that's like a time where the energy increases, and that's basically kind of what happens. So so that was last week, and we're getting over that. We got so many people saying hello. Another Aquarius from Vermont. Wow, on Instagram. Jess Ancy. So welcome that you're joining. And oh my goodness, we have so many people. We have a lot of people live here on Facebook too. Gloria, hey Gloria. Gloria with all the pugs. I love, and plus you have French Bulldog. Lauren, Oh, Mom, hey, Virgo from Colorado, Lauren. Virgo Sun, we got a couple Virgos here going now. Hey, Corbin, howdy. Laura in Libra and VT. So now getting into this week, we need some quiet time, okay, was what I was starting to say, is we need a little quiet time. I don't know about you guys. I think it's good. So one thing I realized I don't do as much, and I think I'm going to do it more. I don't know if this will help you all or not, because one of the big things that astrology is fantastic for is planning and timing. I've talked in previous videos about planning wedding times, or planning ideal surgery times, or planning, I'm going to get my first COVID vaccine this week. So wish me luck. No, I don't feel it's a conspiracy. I feel like it's a-okay. I've done a lot of cards and a lot of readings on this. So I picked an auspicious time. You better believe I picked an auspicious time to get my COVID vaccine. So it's going to be on Wednesday. Okay. So if any of y'all have your COVID vaccine on Wednesday, that's a great day astrologically to have a COVID vaccine. So basically, the first few days of the week this week, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 4th, 5th, and 6th, we're going to start out with the moon in Aquarius. Then on the 7th, that day, it goes from Aquarius into Pisces. So from Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, we're going to be in Pisces moon, okay? And then starting Saturday will be an Aries moon. So we're going to have Aquarius in the beginning, middle's Pisces, the end is Aries. So I don't know if that helps you guys at all, but I think that knowing the signs that the moon is in, why is the moon so important? Well, it's our feelings, it's our emotions. Gosh, think about what happens during the full moon and eclipses, and oh my God, what's the moon doing, And so the moon is really, really impactful on our mood and how we feel. So it's good to know where the moon is going through your astrological chart. I've showed you guys charts here. Somebody messaged me and asked me, I don't have time to answer everybody's private messages when they message me, but I'll answer it live. It does go counterclockwise like this. Okay. I don't know if it shows that on the film, but this is an astrological chart. Now, you do need to know what these symbols are. This is Aries, this is Taurus, this is Gemini, this is Cancer, and it goes all the way around. And yes, it has a order in which it goes in. It always goes in that order. It's never like Sagittarius and then Gemini, and then it always goes in the same order, just to let you know. And so it's good to know. So if you find the symbol for Aquarius, where is it? I'm doing it on the camera. So here's Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. The moon will travel between these three signs, beginning of the week, middle of the week, end of the week. And then you'll know in your chart how that will affect you. Or if you're that sign. If you're that sign, like a lot of people are posting Aquarius sun or Sagittarius moon, Pisces rising. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's going to be real feeling that because she's Aquarius sun and Pisces rising. So 2 of those signs were mentioned for Sarah. But so I think what I'm going to do is every week, I don't know if you guys like that idea, but I think every week I'll go over where the moon is going to be that week so that you guys can kind of prepare for how that will feel. And so that hopefully that will help you. But yeah, so the beginning of the week kind of starts quiet, and somebody here posted that they're going to get their second COVID vaccine. Let's see. I have to go back a little ways because that came up. Somebody posted that. I'm not seeing it. It went by so fast. That they're getting their vaccine on Wednesday also, I think. But yes, that is basically, Wednesday is a great day. I planned it out. Okay. Okay. How they say, don't trust a chef that won't eat his own cooking, or trust a car mechanic that won't repair their own car. Well, you can't believe an astrologer that doesn't plan her own stuff, okay? And I'm planning my own stuff, all right? So that's how that works. And I will tell you, that's a saying. I'll just say this too. That is a saying in metaphysics. Like, you can't do your own readings. I'm like, heck, you can. You just have to believe it. That's the hard part. Doing your own cards, doing your own readings. I tell people that's the way to, practice, you know, your craft and practice what you're doing. Wendy Martin said, I got into the Vermont Rutland Farmers Market, plan, busy week. Yes. So it's a little slowdown. It's not tons, but it's a little slowdown in the beginning of the week. And here's the other thing. When we talk about these big collective energies, there might not be much going on, but in your personal chart, like let's say the moon, this is Donald Trump's chart. I'm sorry, but this is the one I had laying next to me. Let's say the moon, so he's got a lot of Gemini, right? He is a Gemini, and he's got Uranus and Gemini. So let's say the moon was aspecting this for him personally. Even if the Gemini overarching energy, like in the beginning of the week, was fine for the masses, for him personally, that might be a lot of energy or too much energy. So you have to kind of look at it. There's a dual perspective. There's like your personality, and then there's like the global stuff. Now, if you are sensitive, and I happen to know a lot of people are sensitives, and I don't mean that in a like a sort of put you down kind of way, like you're too sensitive. I mean an HSP, a highly sensitive person, an empath, clairvoyant, you know, somebody who has mediumship abilities, any kind of person who like feels things. If you're an HSP or you're sensitive, you're going to feel the global stuff and your personal stuff. Okay, so it's good to know if you're not having to fight against the global stuff, at least it's just your personal stuff in a way. I mean, it's not, you know, it means that you'll have a less to deal with energetically. So the one big thing that happens in the beginning of the weekend is actually tomorrow at 7:18 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 hours earlier if you're on the West Coast. Okay, at 4:18 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is basically Venus is going to form a sextile with Mars. Now Venus, she's love and sensuality, and Mars is action and masculine and sexuality. So men are from Mars, women are from Venus. There is something to be said for those archetypes. I read a lot of people that say those archetypes are outdated, but they're not really. Like I mean, you know, so that's the planet Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. She's Aphrodite. And then Mars is the god of war, right? So when these two come together, you have sensuality and sexuality. So actually Venus and Mars working together in a really good way. And Venus knows just how to be feminine enough to like get that Mars to calm down and stop being so warlike. Oh boy, when you get those two together, it can be making love and making whoopee and getting flowers and going out to dinner. Now, of course, it's still COVID and we have to be careful. But we have Venus and Mars highlighted. So we could feel the love, and also we'll want to take action on that stuff. If you look at the Mars side of it, you want to take action. So that's something that can be a good thing. Let's see. We have a bunch of people commenting. Okay, Marianne said, does the phase of the moon you're born in affect you each month? The moon phases affect all of us. Yeah, for sure. I was born during a balsamic moon, not as in the vinaigrette, which means that it was right before the moon was new. It was like 2 days after I was born. So my moon's in Pisces and my sun is Aries. So it was right before the Aries new moon, okay? And so I don't really feel that too much. I'll let you know because it's about to happen. I'll have to take note. I don't think I've ever really noticed it, Marianne, but for sure, if you're a new moon baby or a full moon baby, I definitely think that might affect you because those are big, powerful points anyway. So I really think it really matters more about what's going on in a person's chart, where the moon is and what the moon is doing. So I hope that helps. Oh no, somebody said, uh-oh. Okay, I'm trying to read comments as I'm as I'm talking. Brian said donuts make life better. Okay. Ashley, Virgo, Libra. Okay, everyone please send healing vibes to your 10-year-old daughter. Oh no. She's been in MH crisis, mental health crisis, in the last 3 weeks, and today She made brave steps to go to inpatient. Oh my goodness. Yes. I'm so sorry that's happening, Ashley. So we have a powerful tribe. Okay. Monday night video live is amazing. And even if you're watching this pre-recorded, it does not matter. Okay. You want to think of Ashley and envision her 10-year-old daughter getting better, feeling peace, love, and light, and feeling calm and being able to make really good decisions for herself and having the best healthcare possible. So if everybody can either send her Reiki or positive vibes or messages, or even prayers, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. It's all good stuff. And we're going to send Ashley that wonderful, wonderful healing energy for her 10-year-old daughter. So this Monday night tribe is really, really powerful. And I'll tell you, a lot of people that have been watching regularly on Monday night that we've prayed for and different things have happened, and they actually either got better or they found, like, you know, something healing or whatever. So I love that. I love that this tribe is able to do that. I think it's amazing. Wendy said, it's been 4 years chomping at the bit. Let's go. Mars and Venus. I am more than ready. I am with you, girl. Let's welcome some love into our life. Glenn said, being an empath can be very overwhelming. Lauren is a wonderful Reiki practitioner, and Lauren sending Ashley love and healing to her daughter. Lauren said she's an HSP. Yes, a lot of us are HSPs that are watching the video for sure. Jane Moon Wolf is sending peace, love, and light. Andrea. So yeah, this is good. This is good. And hi, if everybody that's on Instagram, you guys can pray for Ashley as well on Facebook with her daughter. So yeah, Venus and Mars coming together can light up our love life, but we always have to remember Mars is action, motivation, so we might just feel a little bit more pep in our step, and Venus is secondarily money, honey. Okay, so if you have a money-making idea, okay, let's say your love life is crickets right now, okay, and it's hard because it's COVID and you're single and you're Zooming all day and you can't go out. So let's say your love life is crickets, but you want to make some money. This can be good for that too. So they're both it's sextile, okay, with each other, which basically means they're getting along real good. Okay. Venus is in Aries, and then Mars is going to be in Gemini. So those two are lighting each other up. It's fire and air. Woo! Okay, so we're lighting things up, and we're getting things rolling. But that's really the only big thing that's happening. And like I said, I chose to get the COVID vaccine. All right, the next day on the 7th, which is the moon's going to form a beautiful conjunction with Jupiter. So hopefully that will bode well for me with the vaccine. But even if you're getting the vaccine on Tuesday, tomorrow on April 6th, that would be a good day as well. So because it's good for money, it's good for love, it's good for motivation and ambition and drive, and everybody's kind of getting along. It's smoothing over ruffled feathers. So for a lot of you guys have been talking about last week, there was a lot of contention and ooh, like, so let's smooth it over now. This is the time for apologies and getting back on the same page and collaborating and all that good stuff. So you know, it's all that good stuff. It's funny how many times I say it's good stuff and then people go, oh, it's got to be bad. I do get that reaction. I'm not sure why, but it's good stuff. Okay. So yeah, this is good. The Tuesday thing. Just to let you know, I don't do things when it's bad timing. I do them when they're good timing. Okay, just saying. I don't pick it in the middle of the nastiness. I like to pick the timing in a good, peaceful way so that we cannot, you know, the timing works out. So now, I cannot say, though, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be that way. And that's where the caveat comes in. So again, I went over the moon phases that are going to be Aquarius, Pisces, and then Aries. So when we get into Friday, we're in Pisces mode already with the moon. Already we're in Pisces mode. But Friday, on April 9th, Mars is going to form a square to Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And last week I went over the planets are powering up, okay, each sign, which planets power up each sign. And if you guys had any questions about that, let me know from last week. But so the thing that powers up and rules, okay, Pisces is Neptune, okay, and Mars is going to form a square with Neptune. Suddenly we're losing energy in a major way. It's like we were in our boat, we were just out to sea, and suddenly there's a giant hole in the boat, like, whoa, and the water is coming in, okay? That is the way this energy is. It's going to be like, wah, wah. So if you can take a half day on Friday, take a half day on Friday, okay? If you can, like, get out of work a little early, or go in late, or better yet, work from home, or sleep in, take a nap, because Friday is really more conducive to right brain activities than left brain activities, meaning that drifting, dreaming, imagining. When Mars is active, right? Remember, I just got done saying Mars is active and its ambition, its motivation and drive hits that planet Neptune. It's like a loss of energy, okay? Because Neptune's foggy. It's illusions, delusions, it's depression. It's like it just kind of zaps, like it's like the wind goes out of the sail, okay, on Friday. So that the height of it, just to let you know, the very, very, very height of that is 3:18 p.m. Now, if you are working in any kind of creative field, right brain activity, what's the difference? Left brain is all the linear stuff, right? It's 9:04 p.m. this and that and the next thing, okay? That's all the linear stuff. If you are a right brain person, okay, so if you are doing anything Neptune, like if you're a yoga teacher, if you do meditation, if you are an artist, if you are a videographer, if you are an intuitive, okay? I always tell people on Neptune days, I'm usually like, I am on. I am not probably going to be on time for the session and all the linear stuff. I might even mess up the times and whatever. Time is a really weird thing when Neptune gets activated. People are always late or they miss appointments. That's another thing. Neptune just doesn't do linear. It does that whole like, oh, what time is it? Think about like, I don't know, like it's just like the fish, you know, the fish is just swimming around, okay? So Mars in Gemini is going to form a square with Neptune and Pisces. That's going to be like, wah, wah. So yeah, there's that. It just might not make us as energetic, but we'll be hugely creative. The creativity goes up through the roof and the intuition goes up through the roof, okay? Just to let you know. So if you're in those fields, and if you're doing that kind of work or spirituality, any kind of like if you're a priest or a minister or a rabbi or somebody, that's going to be great for you. It's just that if you have to do like, I don't know, data analysis or something, that's not going to be good for you because it's like it's like wonky. And so that's going to happen at 3:18 p.m. Or 12:18 p.m. Pacific time will be the peak or the height, but we'll feel that all day. Now, this is where things get a little tricky, okay, as we get into Saturday and Sunday. So, the moon is going into Aries at 2:11 a.m. on between Friday and Saturday night, okay? And so, Saturday, the moon is going to be in Aries all day, and that's where we start ramping, things start ramping way back up again. So, it's almost like the week is kind of like this, and then Friday it sort of dips down, and then boom, it comes right up very suddenly on Saturday. And suddenly, so we have two big planetary things on Saturday. We have Mercury is going to form a sextile with Saturn. I said Saturn. And then Venus is going to form a sextile with Jupiter. Now, if it was just Venus sextile Jupiter, I would say, yay. That's a great Venus sextile Jupiter, probably one of the best things, okay? It's super awesome sauce. But it's just that we have that Mercury sextile Saturn thing that is going to form a monkey wrench in the works. So Mercury's going to form a sextile with Saturn, Mercury in Aries, Saturn in Aquarius. So if you're in Aries or Aquarius, you're right in the heart of that. That's 11:09 a.m. Eastern on Saturday. Also on Saturday, again, is Venus sextile Jupiter. Venus is in Aries, Jupiter's in Aquarius, okay? So they're both sextile. Aries is fire, Aquarius is air, so they like each other, right? The elements are super conducive to making things go. What's the problem also is the next day, is that it's like a very mixed energy, like, and so it can be all over the place, in other words. So we have that Mercury sextile Saturn thing, and then we have the next day, Venus is going to form a square with Pluto on the day of the new moon. So, that kind of messes up the works a little bit. Here's how I see this going, okay? If you are in a happy relationship and you're making plans and you want to like kind of do things and let's make, Aries is very action oriented, okay? So if you want to be in the action and in the mix of things and initiating a lot of good things, that's great for Aries energy. The problem is if you're in a shaky situation, let's say your relationship's real shaky, okay? Like the person's hot and cold, the person's playing games, the person is, I don't know, unreliable, not making a commitment, not making a plan, just sort of stringing you along. This weekend, all of a sudden, you're going to feel this internal pressure to go, what the heck? We need to do something. Let's make a plan, okay? And that could make or break something, okay? It's just like what I was saying last week with the capital situation, you know, when there could be just one person that's kind of goes a little crazy. So if you go into the weekend and you're already solid and you're good and you're pretty happy in your love, or you're pretty happy in your money situation, and everything's kind of copacetic, right? And you're good. These things are going to be just a little mild intensity, stressful feeling. But if you are going in a shaky sort of way, okay, let's say you're already depressed, or you're already anxious, or you're already, like I said, in a bad relationship, especially relationships, because this Venus is going to form a sextile with Jupiter, which makes things big. And then the very next day, it's going to square Pluto, which makes it real intense. So when you get the planet that makes things big right up against the thing that makes it intense, it could push it. It's almost like when you take a stress test at your cardiologist's office, okay? I don't know if any of you had to do that on a treadmill, and you're pushing your heart, right, to see if it's really going to do its thing. That's what these planets are doing in our area of love. I just told you Venus is the goddess of love and beauty. And so that'll be the thing. Now, if you're single and you want to mingle, this is also a very good time to, go, okay, on a date or join a, an online service or some kind of a thing. This is a good time to initiate some action in that department if the crickets were chirping. In that department. Okay, Wendy said, yay, sweet, because she's an artist. So yeah, daydreaming about what to make. You might not wake up on time. You might not stick to a good schedule, blah, 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 but you will be feeling your flow. A lot of artists, writers, musicians, right? You're in the flow of things. So that's good. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, Andrea. Yeah, Andrea. That's what I'm saying. It's good. All this, the energy in the beginning is good, but not when you get to Friday. It clunks out a little bit on us. Naomi said husband is getting his vaccine on Saturday. Actually, Saturday wouldn't be a bad day for the vaccine. The next day, he might feel a little clunky. I'll just say that. Let's see. Oh, Glenn, you're attending a surgical consult tomorrow. You don't feel anxious now. Thank you. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you're doing it in a very good time, planetary-wise. The planetary-wise are conducive to healing and to, helping yourself. Ashley said, you just put an offer on a home? That's awesome. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going through some of that. Okay, so Wendy's an Aquarius dating an Aries. Okay, so you guys are going to be at ground zero. Okay, Aries and Aquarius are going to be ground zero. So here's the thing. You just want to make sure that your energy's not like pretending, but like get your life into a place where it can calm down a little bit. I know that that's hard when you're in that place. Believe me, I really do, because I lived in that place for many years of like things were hard. but putting yourself into a place where it's going to be a little bit more just chill, okay, you know, and then you don't have to worry about these big planetary things. They do affect us, but it's not like, you know, Chris said that this is exactly happening to you right now. Oh wow, yeah, Chris, there you go. Wendy said getting your first vaccine on Monday. That should be good. That should be good. What time on Wendy? What time on Monday? Okay, so I want to get into the new moon, because this is what the big shizdizzle is this week. Okay, Sunday is the big day, and that's the new moon in Aries. Now, I've prepped you guys for many weeks in a row talking about the new moon in Aries, because the best time to do anything new is the new moon. And the best moon cycle to do anything new is Aries. This is the new moon in Aries. This is why the new moon in Aries is the most powerful new moon in a lot of ways out of the year. You always want to look to spring, because the spring, that new moon in the spring is like the #1 time to do things for oneself. Now, you know what I was saying a couple weeks ago about the full moon in Aries, in Libra, where the sun was in Aries and then the moon was in Libra. And we were talking about Libra's all about balance and fairness and beauty and relationships. But when we look at the autonomy of Aries is the self. And so this is all about self. This new moon is about you. Okay, it's all about you, boo. So if you are in Aries, you're going to be extra feeling this. If you are one of the cardinal signs, so Aries, Libra, oh my God, I'm totally blanking out. Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Okay, those are the cardinal signs, and you will be feeling that. Cardinal means leaders. Those 4 are the leaders of the zodiac. Okay, and so Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it's the leader or the head of all of the fire signs. So all the leaders in the chart. So if you're one of those 4, okay, you're going to feel this. And then also if you have any fire in your chart at all. So if you're an Aries, or if you're a Leo or a Sagittarius, you will definitely feel this, because that'll activate more fire. In other words, all of us will feel it on some level. I'm just talking about they're going to feel it the most intense, but we will all feel this. Okay, so this Aries situation, okay, is going to happen. The new moon is going to be on Sunday night at 10:31 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:31, so 7:31 p.m. on the West Coast. And if you're in a different time zone internationally, you can just add or subtract. I'm talking East Coast, so it's New York time. But basically that is the thing. So 10:31 p.m. on Sunday night is the new moon. Now this new moon is going to be exactly almost at the same time as Venus forming the square with Pluto. That's why I keep saying this new moon is going to be very powerful. We're going to feel it intensely. And I know I'm already preparing for getting messages going, Gretchen, this weekend sucked and you said the new moon's awesome. I don't understand. Well, the weekend might be hard because of the aspect of Pluto happening. Pluto always is intense, even aspected by Venus. And it's forming a square. You know what I always say, squares are square. Think about squaring off. Okay, so Venus, our love, is going to square off with Hades, the lord of the underworld. Okay, then that's Pluto. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and Venus is the ruler of Taurus and Libra. So everyone in some levels getting caught up in this little vacuum that is getting created. So basically, if I mention any of those signs and they were any of your signs in your chart, your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus, your Mars, whatever sign, you'll feel it more. Now, let's talk about Aries energy, because let's talk about the archangel that is associated with Aries, because I have not talked about the archangel that's associated with Aries during any of my broadcasts. And so the archangel that is associated with Aries is Ariel, okay? And she is the Lioness of God is her nickname. In fact, in the tarot deck, Ariel is always, almost always depicted in the classical tarot as the strength. In the strength card, that's Archangel Ariel. And so she is the goddess of strength. Okay, if you think of Aries, right? She's the goddess of strength. She basically is a badass. Okay, so Doreen Virtue card. She's one of my favorite cards, by the way. If you guys, you know, again, I've talked to you guys about this. This Archangel deck is unfortunately out of print, but this is the Archangel. She's depicted as the angel of courage, right? She's strength, she's courage, she's a badass, okay? She's Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs, okay? That's Archangel Ariel. And so if you need strength and you need courage to like do something in your life, if you're like fearful and afraid, okay? Somebody on here was talking about being afraid because, oh my God, the colleges are announcing this or that. Okay, if you need a little help in that fear department, Archangel Ariel is your archangel, okay? Because Ariel is awesome. She's really very powerful, and she is, if you think of the tarot deck, I don't have my tarot deck in front of me, but she is the strength card, right? So she's a badass. So if you need help in that department, also Archangel Ariel is very, she's kind of like resourceful in a way, like, how do I say this? Like, if you need to replenish something, so when you think of being resourceful, and the card of prosperity is also Archangel Ariel, okay, is the card of prosperity, okay? So like if you need help renewing your resources, she's also associated with like forestry and like that kind of thing. Like if you think of renewable energy and like all that kind of stuff, she's sort of like in charge of that. So Aries is all about the self, okay? And this is going to be 22 degrees Aries, just to let you know in your chart. So if you're born on or around, okay, April 11th or like around this week or two, then you'll be feeling this new moon especially, because that'll be right at your ground zero right there. Thank you for the hearts on Instagram, by the way. Like and share, okay? Go ahead, like and share. But yeah, so basically it's one of those things. If you're born around your birthday's coming up, by the way, if your birthday's coming up, happy birthday, then you will intensely feel this new moon. This new moon's gonna be very powerful for you. You'll need to know where 22 degrees, okay, Glenn said the hermit in me could use a little Ariel strength. Yes, you know, I feel like she's there, you know, she helps us to be, and a lot of people, you know, it kind of irritates me, but a lot of astrologers write about Aries like they're fearless and almost like, I don't know, just like superheroes or something, like, oh, you know, you're gonna leap over tall buildings in a single bound, you know, and not feel anything. That's not true at all. In fact, a lot of Aries, like if you get to know an Aries really well, you'll be shocked because they always seem so put together and so like badass. And behind the scenes, oh my gosh, they're like a hot mess. A lot of Aries that I know are like scared or fearful of a lot of things. But remember, they're the sign of courage. So what's the definition of courage? You feel the fear and you do it anyway. So if you want to accomplish something now, oh my gosh, Archangel Ariel and harnessing that Aries energy is very, very powerful for doing that. I was just looking to see if there's another Ariel card in here. Besides the strength and the, oh yeah, spread your wings too. So if you think about this new moon, if I had to like pick out a card that I thought would describe this new moon, spread your wings is really the card. It's just going to come with that little, you know, like yuckiness with the Pluto thing happening. That's the only thing about this new moon. Now, when you think of Aries, you think of red. I think of red anyway, because that's the Aries color. So I'm showing carnelian here. But any red stone, if you have ruby, if you have carnelian, you know, I always show you my tiger's eye, tiger iron. Any of the red stones will fire you up. So if you are a person who's relatively shy or relatively passive, this can be very good. And remember what I've been saying all this time. There are no planets right now that are retrograde except for one asteroid, which is Vesta. Vesta's the only one that's retrograde, but there's no regular planets retrograde right now, the big planets, okay? The first planet to break that and to go retrograde is Pluto, and that's coming up on April 27th. So mark that on your calendar, the day right after the full moon, which is going to be on April 26th. So when you think about new beginnings, the springtime, the crocuses, the daffodils, you know, new energy, new life, all the little, you know, fuzzy animals outside are having babies, okay, all that stuff. Aries is that. So what do you want that's new in your life, and what do you want to manifest? I want to manifest all kinds of things. So you want to write out your new moon manifestation, okay, list, okay, all the different things that you would like to do or that you want to harvest, whether it be, you know, something like a car or something like a house, or if you want to harvest like something that's a positive relationship or weight loss or some kind of a thing that you want your new moon to be. This is the #1 time. I can't stress that enough. And if you can write it as close to 10:30 p.m. Eastern time as possible, that would be the most potent time. Now, I know I'm going to get a slew of people going, but I wrote it at 7 a.m. the next day. Is that still okay? It's fine. As long as it's within that 12 kind of hours, like before or after. I think that's always the prime time to do it is right when you're doing it in the as close as possible. Let's see. I got a lot of a lot of questions here. Let's see. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Lauren, Aries moon, fire dominant chart. Yeah, you're getting the kick in your pants, you said. Somebody said they had a North Node in Aries. Oh, Ashley did. Yep, North Node in Aries, which is awesome. That's your destiny. So I wonder how close this new moon is to your North Node. I don't have anybody asking on Instagram right now. I'm not ignoring Instagram. I just haven't had much interaction here. Hey, Jan, how are you? Scorpio, Brighton, Colorado. Awesome. So Mary Ann said she's a non-courageous Aries. Well, I don't know about that, Mary Ann. You have to see. Monday you're scheduled, oh yeah, around 1 p.m. Let's see, that's on the 12th. That's a good time. Actually, the moon's gonna be void of course. I actually kind of like that. I played around with the idea of scheduling mine during a void of course moon, and this is the reason why. It's because there would maybe be lower reaction, okay, during a void moon, because the void moon is like, meh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just kind of like just neutral sort of energy. So I like that time, okay, for you getting your COVID vaccine. I hope that helps. Wow, I got a lot of questions here. Jane Moon said, your Taurus always admiring Aries capabilities. You guys are good at feeling the fear and doing it anyway without hemming and hawing for like 100 years. Oh, I know a lot of Aries that do that, trust me. Kirsten said, this is a good time, yes, for spring cleanse. Absolutely. Yeah, think about new beginnings and new starts and all of that stuff. That's amazing. Oh no. Chris said, half in and half out. Bummer. Take things to slow out. Oh no, that's yucky. Your moon's in Libra. So Ashley, you're going to feel this a lot because if you're in Libra, this moon is opposite of you. Aries is opposite of Libra. So basically that's something. Hey, Andrea, Aries new moon. Yeah. So the moon is in Libra. So that's going to be the opposite. So unfortunately, whenever the moon is opposite of your natal moon, so let's say, again, you are a Libra or your moon's in Libra or something like that, basically what that's going to do is that's going to create an opposition very similar to a full moon. So you might be feeling more intense, okay, than the rest of us during this particular new moon in Aries. I'm sorry to say. And remember, Libra is one of the cardinal signs that I had mentioned being at ground zero of feeling this energy. It's not bad energy. It's just Aries energy, which is a lot of energy, okay? Because if any of you know, Aries can be a lot, okay? Gloria Steinem, very famous Aries. Eddie Murphy, comedian, very famous Aries. Like Lady Gaga, very, feisty. Has to overcome. We're scrappy. We're fighters. We get in there. Reese Witherspoon, okay? The first 100% female-owned, operated, run film production company in Hollywood. Okay, she's an Aries. Like, there's a lot of powerful Aries energy. Steven Tyler in Aerosmith, he's an Aries. We're scrappy people. We're not like the super refined, all you lovely Libras, or you all have that refinement. Aries don't have that refinement. Russell Crowe, very scrappy. Remember I was saying last week, there was only 2 presidents in the history of the United States ever elected that were Aries, because we're not super refined, that's not the thing. We're just a little bit more scrappy and kind of, roll up our sleeves and get it done. It's a good time to start things. I always, Jane Moon said she's a little jealous of Aries. Well, I'm a little jealous of Tauruses, because Tauruses, they finish everything. Us Aries, we start and then we're like, I'm bored, and then we go off to the next thing. We don't finish things, we just start things. So this particular new moon is good at starting things, and then when we get into the retrogrades, we'll figure it all out. We're going to have time to figure it out. So just start it now and then figure it out during the retrograde time. That's the time to figure stuff out anyway, is retrograde time. And we're coming to the end of that. We only have 1, 2, 3 more weeks of no retrograde planets for all of 2021. This is 3 weeks, so we want to do it now for sure, okay? All right, so I have a lot of questions here. A lot of people are asking. So you want to write out your new moon manifestation list. You want to write all the things on the list. Leave the how off of the list, how they're coming to you. You don't want to dictate. I just had I heard a new one recently. I'm sharing it with people, but okay, so let's say you're trying to manifest a really good partnership. And you know how like a lot of manifestation tells you to like make sure you're specific, put everything you want on the list. And then when I have done that personally, and I've had clients that did that, and then they'll come back to me and they'll go, it was all the things, they had all the things except for these things, and I forgot to put those on the list. Like he's single, or she's lives in the same state, right? Okay, so what I say now is, universe, God, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, whoever you pray to, right? Universe, angels, okay, bring me who I need, not who I want, who I need, okay? And then let it up to the universe. Remember, leaving the how off the list means you're not dictating every little thing. You're actually not doing that. You're not in the position of doing that, because the universe will give you exactly what they give you. I will share with you. I dated a fellow that I had written in a very extensive, like 6-page list of all the things I wanted in a mate one time. And I got it. And I swear this guy had everything that was not on the list that I didn't want. And it was so like kind of depressing, because it was like, wow, like on paper, this person had everything. I manifested like attracting a person that had everything on my list, down to like really crazy, super specific details. And then he wasn't the person that I wanted, because I forgot to leave off, like I left off things like being really kind, like I just kind of was like, that's a given, of course he's gonna be kind. But no, it wasn't a given, right? And so even as specific as we want to be, or that we are, we're still flawed, because we're humans, right? So I say, if you kind of let it go, again, not being like super religious, but like let go and let God, right? Or let go and let the angels do their work. Angels, universe, give me who I need, not who I want. Okay, because that's like a really short way of saying, or even the job. Give me the job that I need, or the job that's in my best interest, or the job that will make me happy, in every way that I want to be happy. And you just leave that off, all that detail off the list. And then you can fold it up, put it under your pillow, sleep with it like that for 2 weeks, and then burn or destroy it, okay, on the next full moon, which is going to be a super moon, just letting you know, in Scorpio. That's going to be intense. That full moon there at the end of April. I've been talking about this last week of April. It's going to be kind of intense. Okay, so, all right. So if everybody has any questions, now some of these questions I have missed, and I'm sorry, because I can't keep up with all the dialogue all at the same time, but I know people have been asking. I did see Ashley asked if we could pull a card for her daughter. So I'm going to pull a card for the daughter. Oh, hey, Jennifer. How you doing on Instagram? Yes, give me who you need. Exactly. So the new moon's going to be Sunday. I'm talking about, this is on Sunday, April 11th, 22 degrees Aries. Okay. In your chart, if you know where that is, it's kind of going to be at the like sort of middle, the end of Aries. So I'm showing, unfortunately, using, however you feel about that, Donald Trump's chart. So that's roughly about here in his chart on Aries. Like, you can count the lines and it goes right to 22. Boom. That's where the new moon will be in your chart. Might be in a different place, but it's going to be in Aries. So Aries is the horn. The horns right here. It looks like a ram. See, that's Aries. So you just find that in your chart, and that's where that new moon's going to be. Okay. All right, Ashley. All right, you ready? Let's do let's pull a card for Ashley's daughter. This is interesting. Okay, so there's a lot there. And your daughter's young, so I don't want to like invade your privacy. What I'm going to tell you, though, about you is that for you, Ashley, it's interesting because this might trigger some kind of career change, professional development change, some sort of thing where you become more interested, possibly even in mental health with children, or do something. I think if I remember correctly, you might have said that you do something with children now. But this might actually like influence you to start volunteering your time with kids, or like doing something professionally, even like pertaining to them, or having like a special interest or hobby or some kind of a thing with mental health with children and helping them in the world. Okay. And that is Archangel Jophiel. So this is saying that a career change, a blessed career change. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change is the message on that card. Now, these two I think are for your daughter. And so clear your space, okay, is the first card, and creative writing is the second card, Ashley. Okay. So she's very creative. Even though I know she's struggling, she's having these problems. And again, I don't want to get super specific about what I'm feeling, but I just feel like it's a lot. But she's very, very, very creative. What'd you say? Oh, I had a job interview Friday. Oh, there you go. For DV specials. I don't know what DV means, but yes. I feel like this is going to actually go along with this, whatever it is you're doing. Okay. Oh, it would be a better schedule for you and your daughter. Yeah. So you are going to be, okay, you are going to be, okay, doing something different, okay, and that's going to help you, okay, with all of this. Clear your space literally means, okay, and when you look at Archangel Ariel, she is not, okay, the feng shui archangel, but if you guys remember, Archangel Jophiel, okay, who is actually Libra, Archangel Jophiel is very good for feng shui, clearing your space, okay? And by the way, that is the card here, Archangel Jophiel. Get rid of clutter, clear energy around you, and use feng shui. Like, there might be a heaviness in your house that is kind of like, you know, with like maybe from your daughter acting out and having like these sort of maybe I kind of almost feel like she rages out. And so I think you need to clear some of your space, do some saging and whatever. And then creative writing, I'm telling you, your daughter is so creative. So now, obviously, creative writing could be you or her, but I think she's so creative. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal, pen an article or a book. Your daughter is really creative, like big time. Okay, so that I would love to see her get into that, because I feel like that will help her if she is able to write her thoughts down, her ideas, and all of that stuff. I think that will channel it, okay, in a very good direction. Oh, domestic violence. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah. So domestic violence. So yeah, that would be probably also affecting children in the house. So that is a thing as well. Yeah, she's having intrusive thoughts and visions. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see her doing art though, and I would want her to almost like start. I keep seeing like artwork, like literally artwork around her. So I don't know if she could draw some of these things, if it would help her. I mean, obviously defer to a therapist and defer to her mental health team. But I really feel like art would be a good way for her to express it, because it's like, she does go into this thing, but I do feel for some reason like she kind of gets like very agitated, or I can't tell if it's agitated or angry, but like I feel like she like kind of acts, there's an acting out component to her. Oh, Sagittarius Sun, Gemini rising. Yeah. So that's, I have a lot of clients that have that, where the sun is opposite of the rising sign. And in fact, I have one, and they thought that that person was bipolar, because the opposition can create sometimes some problems. Speaking of which, Donald Trump, he has his sun is opposite of his moon, Gemini and Sagittarius, and that can create sometimes that can create real problems when there's people. Wendy said art therapy. Yes, art therapy for sure. And that Cancer moon, oh, she's so sensitive. Does she do art? Because I'm really feeling like there is the thing. And if she doesn't do it now, I want her to start doing it when she's like in a program, or maybe doing an art therapist or something would be so helpful for her, because I'm seeing like these pictures and images. If you Google deviant art, it pulls up a website with very sort of unusual artwork, and that's kind of like what I'm seeing in my head, like these visions that I'm seeing. Okay, so I hope that helps Ashley, but I think she's going to be okay. This is work in progress, and yeah, so I hope that helps. Yeah, she loves art. Okay, perfect. But yes, this career change is going to be a blessed career change for you and your family. Okay, and I do think she's going to be. I have a client of mine that's an extremely talented tattoo artist who is like a deviant art person. And that's literally the name of the .com is deviant art. I'm not saying it's deviant and calling it that, just to let you know. But it's definitely artwork that's a little darker, but it's very powerful and evocative. Okay, so I feel like that's kind of what she could do. She's very good. Okay. I hope that helps. Oh, thank you. Gretchen is so gifted. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I was on Instagram. So if anybody else has any questions, let me know. Let's see here. I'm looking. Oh, your mom's going into hospice, Joanne. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I pull a card for her. I'll pull a card for Joanne. And again, if you guys already wrote me a question and it was a long time ago, I didn't see it yet. So, I might have missed it, because these go by really fast. Oh, interesting. Gwen said, oh my God, I haven't thought about deviant art in years. Awesome. I wonder if that's why I was called out of meditation to watch this. Oh, interesting. That's so cool. Yeah, that's a cool, you should go on that website. It's pretty cool. All right. So let's see. All right. So I'm going to go into Joanne's mama. Oh, Joanne's mama. I'm so sorry. She's a fighter, though, your mom. Your mom's a fighter. She's been around a long time. You know what to do, Joanne. Thank you. Oh, you have COVID. Oh, no, Joanne. You have COVID. I'm so sorry. You know what to do, it says. You know the right thing to do, and you know what to do. This is Archangel Ariel. So, Archangel Ariel, when he shows up, he is so powerful because he lights the way. He always has like a lantern or I have goosebumps all over my arms right now. He always has a lantern. He has a lightning bolt or a flashlight or some kind of thing. He lights the way for your future to show you, to illuminate what the situation is. You know what to do, okay? Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay, okay? It's just one of those things that I feel like you know what to do. It might not be the right thing. I also don't think she's really here right now, even though you're saying that she went into hospice. The way that I feel her energy is like she's here but not here. Like, I don't know if she's even really talking very much. I just feel... how do I say this? I don't know how to say it. Sometimes I get visions of things and I can't put it I have to figure out the words to use. So like, it's like some people when they go into hospice, like they're still like eating and drinking and talking, but like time is near. I feel like with her, she's not that functioning hardly at all. Like, I don't feel like she's very auditory right now. I'm not feeling like she's really with it right now. I don't feel like she's really here right now. I did a session one time for a person. Their mother was had Alzheimer's and was bedridden for a long time. But I didn't know this before the session. And I was driving to the session. And as I was driving in the car, his mother, this person's mother, was next to me in the seat talking to me, telling me all these messages to give to the son. So when I got to the session, I started saying all the stuff. I thought the mother was deceased. I really did, because she seemed deceased. I mean, it seemed like I was having a visit from spirit. And here, the person told me that the person's mom was actually here in this like comatose sort of state. She was already lifting out of the body and was traveling around. Like, her body was still here, but she was like in spirit already. And and the message was insane. Like, the guy was like, oh my God, this is like so accurate of like what my mom, would want me to know. And I feel like that's the same with your mom. Like, I don't feel like she's even really here. So I just want to say to you, Joanne, like, if you can't get to the hospital because you can't, you know what to do, right? Like, you can't get there. I kind of feel like it'll be okay. Like, I don't predict death, and I don't predict like, I just don't. I don't even ask for it, just to let you know. But I even like, I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like I'm really slowing way down. I just am like your mom is going through a transition. Okay. She's starting to lift out. I don't feel like she's hardly here at all. It's almost like a balloon that's barely tethered, barely here. So she already knows you love her. She already knows that you care. I don't feel like would be missing much. Just to let you know, okay? I don't feel like you would be missing much. Whether she has COVID, or I can't tell if she had COVID or you do, but it's not, yeah, she's very Joanne, just so that you guys know, on Instagram, she said she's very faithful, and Joanne has prayed a lot for her. I'll pray for her too, Joanne, but I feel like you'll be okay. Deborah on Facebook also said, my mom passed from COVID 4 weeks ago tomorrow, unexpected, so quick. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Joanne's just said that her mom has dementia. So yeah, I don't feel like she's here at all. Like, that was the message. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, I feel like she's just totally lifting out. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope that helps with your prayers. I'm so sorry about your mom, but I feel like she knows you love her. So, whatever ends up happening, it'll be okay. It's just so hard. It's a hard thing. It doesn't matter what the circumstances. It's always very hard. Jennifer on Instagram here said she's going to say prayers for Joanne. Yeah. Live light and prayer, love light and prayers. Everybody's sending Joanne some prayers. So, and her mama, because her mama's making the transition. We'll support her mama. Zodiac is the archangel that kind of greets the soul. So she'll be surrounded with lots of loved ones, and your son Joanne too. Okay, so my heart goes out to you, girl. Oh, I feel like crying a little bit, so I'm trying to stop doing that. But okay, Deborah, I feel like it's interesting. We're channeling tonight. That's fun. Deborah, you said your mama passed away very suddenly from COVID. You didn't ask me to do a session or a reading for your mom, but I am going to So your mom is next to a female, and I feel like the female is your mom's sister or a mom's cousin. It feels like a peer to your mom. I don't know if it was your auntie that passed away. I kind of feel like it might be the auntie, but it could be a cousin, a female. It's a female cousin standing next to your mom. Deborah, and Deborah's mama had passed away very suddenly. And I have to tell you, I feel like your mom had an underlying either heart or lung. I'm getting like this area was already had like a problem. So I don't know if she had like asthma or pulmonary hypertension or some sort of a thing where COPD. But I do feel, Deborah said aunt. Yeah. You said aunt or grandma. No, the person that's showing up for me now, it's not to say grandma's not there. It's just she's showing me like, look, I'm here with this person. It feels like a peer. It feels like it's a sister. So you're the aunt. But your mom feels like she did have an underlying thing in the heart, lung, or chest area. And it was like, it got like 50 zillion times worse, okay, from her having the COVID or something. I feel like it was something that she had for a long time that was contained. I don't know if it was COPD. There was some kind of a breathing kind of thing in there. You're getting angel therapy, Deborah, with your mom, okay, about your mom. Archangel Raphael, okay. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. I feel like it was oh God, it's really, I'm sorry to say, like a nightmare, because I almost feel like nobody was prepared. There was no paperwork. There was no, maybe not a will. Like, I feel like there was so many things left that were very open-ended. There was a lot of open-ended stuff. I almost feel like there's a lack of paperwork. I don't know why. I'm feeling like maybe there's a lack of a will or some kind of lack of advance directive or some kind of thing that made it very complicated. And now all the stuff is laying on your plate and on the table for you, Deborah. So I'm very sorry about that. I feel like it's kind of like a nightmare, I'm just saying. And I feel like your mom feels bad about that. Not that, just to let you know, when they're over on the other side, she's trying to comfort you, because she feels kind of bad. Like, it was almost like maybe you were telling her to do these things, and then basically, she didn't do them, you know, like I feel like she's kind of apologizing to me, like to tell you, like, she's sorry, like, I'm so sorry. I feel like, because I feel like maybe you were on her, like, Mom, you should have a will, or Mom, you should, like, do this or this. And she didn't do any of it. It was just like, that's not going to happen to me. But that's the way it feels. So she feels like she's sorry. She's apologizing. But it's okay. Like, she's fine with things that you do or that you have to make these decisions. She's okay with it. Like, so she really wants you to worry. Like, she's giving you back the power. Take your power back. I feel like she's telling you it's okay. Like, take your power. Okay. Do what you need to do. Like, she just feels very bad that things were left in the way they were left. Okay. Okay. So Deborah said, I was with her and orchestrating her care to no avail. I'm an NP. Okay. So yeah, she's fine with the decisions you had to make. You had to make those decisions, and she actually feels bad about it. Like, the way she is, she's apologizing, so that she left it like that. So I am here to say that your mom said she's sorry, but she's okay with you. Like, she's happy that someone stepped in and did something. because I feel like there was no guidance, but she's okay. She's fully crossed over, by the way. And because she's standing with this other lady, it's like she really wants you to know, like, look, I'm here. I'm with her. We're good. Like, I made it over, and she is crossed over, just so that you know. And she is around you quite a bit. Like, even her house, I feel like it's kind of, you know how like somebody, like, you know, like if someone drops by and you know, you're not prepared and your bed's not made and your dishes are dirty and you're like, oh God, you know, like, and you don't want some, I feel like that's the way she is about her house. Just saying, Deborah, like, I almost feel like that was kind of the situation with her. And so it's kind of cute the way she is. Like, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, everything's a mess. But she's very sweet, and she knows that you're doing your best. So she's like, hands down, girl, do what you need to do, take your power back, okay? And basically do, and then also give your worries and cares over to the angels, because they will help you. So I hope that helps everybody. I know I kind of spent a long time here on questions tonight. I got to channel, when I channel and I do my mediumship stuff, I lose sense of time, so I just get really into the communications. So I hope that helps everybody. So anyway, so we are going to be coming up to, you're welcome, Deborah. You're welcome. So we're going to be coming up to this new moon. So my big thing to you is focus on what it is you want, okay? Focus on what it is you have dreams about. Focus on what it is you want to pull into your reality. This is a really powerful new moon now. Every month there's a new moon. This particular new moon is going to be really powerful, but so I would try to keep it positive, because again, there is some like a little couple landmines we have to get through to get to this new moon, and we don't want to be too pushy or too aggressive in our relationships for sure this weekend. Pushing. Instead, use the Aries. Aries is about the self. It's time to be a little selfish right now. Actually it is. So if you're trying to push someone else that you're in a partnership, relationship with, friendship with, whatever, stop. And focus on what it is you want. What's going to make you happy. If that person wants to come along, they can come along. Free will, free choice. Okay? But if not, it's okay. Do you, boo. This particular new moon, is you do you, boo. So don't make it about someone else this weekend. Make it about yourself. That's what Aries is all about. It's all about autonomy, and it's all about, you know, finding your own personal inner power. And that's Archangel Ariel really, really helps with that. So if you need strength, if you need personal, you know, some kind of guidance thing, call upon Archangel Ariel to help you with that, because she can help you to be strong, okay? She's the tarot card strength, okay? Okay. All right. I am going to pull a card, a collective card, one card for everybody, okay, for what we need to know. What do the angels want to tell us about this particular new moon? What do we need to know? What do the angels want to tell us for this particular new moon? Have compassion. You know, Aries is the warrior. Warrior, W-A, not worry. Warrior, the fighter, okay, the battler. And sometimes we fight and we battle and we are kind of hard ass, like that can be that Aries energy. And this is saying, you know what, hold on, have compassion. Okay, you can't build Rome in a day is what this is saying. Okay, have some compassion. Archangel Jophiel, I just was talking about Archangel Jophiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Okay, so this weekend, if someone can't get on board with you, or they can't finish the task, or they can't do the deed, or whatever thing it is this weekend with our relationships, which is going to be a little bit of a hiccup, it's okay. Have compassion for them, and most of all, have compassion for yourself. It's every single one of us has a hard time, and I'm going to leave you guys with this, because this was so cute today, and it was like, it was so touching. I was on the phone with a customer service representative, and you know how that can be, right? And I was on hold for a really long time, And this person, we were taught once that I finally got connected, this person and I were talking, and they were just so patient and so nice. I had a lot of questions for them. They were so patient and so nice. And finally I said, you know, I'm so happy to be talking to you right now because you are so nice. Like I was like, and she said, you know, and this person, like this voice on the other end of the line said, I always try to be nice because I never know what kind of day somebody else is having. Wow, that really touched me. So I want you to know, have compassion for yourself and have compassion for others. This badass Aries energy can battle our way through, and we can be jerks and we can be a little brash, and that's that downside of Aries. But you know what? Also remember that we have to have compassion because life can sometimes be hard. I mean, look at these questions are hard questions tonight, right? Like really, really hard questions, and everybody is going through something, you know? So when someone cuts you off and someone is a little mean or someone's, just know that other person might be having a bad day. So, all right. Amen to this, everybody. Well, I love you all. Thank you. And if you guys want a personalized astrological session, please send me a text message on my cell phone or a message through Facebook or Instagram, direct message, a DM, and you guys can reach me for a personalized astrological session. And the cool thing is we do it on Zoom or on the phone. And if you want to do Zoom, I can send you even a link to rewatch the session, and that way you can keep revisiting it. It's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Well, take care. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of love to you all. Happy Monday night, and be well.